They poured hot water on my feet to see if I would scream like a human being. I was 9 years old. They said if I did not scream, it meant I was not normal. That was the day I understood that in Umudara, our small forgotten village, being an orphan is more dangerous than being a thief. My name is Nkem, and this is what they did to me. The night my mother died, the rain was so heavy it felt like the sky was angry. She had been sick for days. Fever, weakness, she could not stand. "Mama, let me call Auntie," I said. "There is no money," she whispered. "We will manage." That word, manage, killed her. I held her hand while she struggled to breathe. "Nkem, don't let them—" She tried to speak. She did not finish. Her body went still. I shook her. I screamed. Nobody came until morning. When they entered our hut, they did not look at me with pity. They looked at me with suspicion. She was the only one inside. Children like this carry spirits. She has her father's strange eyes. That was how it started. I did not just lose my mother, I lost my name. From that morning, I became that girl. At the burial, they did not allow me near her body. One woman pushed me away. "Don't let her touch the corpse, she will claim it." Claim it? She was my mother. When I tried to cry loudly, an elder shouted, "Stop pretending." The whole village was watching. I swallowed my cry. It burned inside my chest. That was the last time I cried in public. My mother's younger sister, Auntie Bisi, took me in, but she did not take me in with love. She took me in with fear. "You will not disgrace me in this house," she warned. Her husband, Uncle Tade, looked at me like I was a bad smell. "You better behave," he said. I walked like I was paying debt. I woke before 5 a.m., fetched water from the river, scrubbed the floor, cooked, washed, cleaned. If I sat down for 5 minutes, someone would shout. One afternoon, I mistakenly dropped a plate. It broke. Auntie Bisi beat me with broomstick until the stick scattered. "You want to bring death here too?" she screamed. Her children refused to sleep beside me. They said I would suck their blood at night. I started sleeping outside, on a mat near the kitchen. Mosquitoes ate me like I was food. Nobody cared. 3 months later, Auntie Bisi's second son fell sick. High fever. He was shaking, the same way my mother shook. Fear entered the house. But this time, they had someone to blame. Me. "Since she entered this house, there has been no peace," Uncle Tade shouted. They dragged me to the center of the compound. Villagers gathered. I was shaking. An old man came with white powder and red cloth. He circled me. "Confess," he said. "I did nothing," I cried. Uncle Tade slapped me so hard my ear rang. "Confess." "I swear." They forced me to kneel on gravel under the sun for hours. My knees bled. People were watching like it was entertainment. A woman whispered loudly, "She is stubborn. The spirit inside her is strong." That evening, they did something I will never forget. They boiled water and poured it slowly on my feet. "If she is human, she will scream," someone said. I screamed. I screamed until my voice broke. They looked disappointed. That night, they locked me in the storeroom. No food, no water, no light. I could hear Auntie crying outside, but not about me, because of her son. By morning, the boy was worse. Finally, they rushed him to the clinic in the next town. The nurse said it was malaria, simple malaria. He survived, but nobody apologized to me. Instead, they said, "She tried, but God saved the boy." Even when I did nothing, I was guilty. One evening, I heard them talking. "There is a prayer camp in the forest," Uncle Tade said. "They chain children there," Auntie whispered. "They fast demons out of them." My heart froze. I had heard stories. Children tied to trees, beaten during deliverance, starved for days. Some returned thin and quiet. Some never returned. That night, I did not sleep. Before dawn, I ran, barefoot, with no food, just my mother's old wrapper tied around my waist. I walked until my legs failed me. The forest was dark. Every sound felt like danger, but I kept walking because humans were worse. That was where Mama Ifnaya found me. She was a widow who lived alone near the edge of Umudara. "What is a child doing here?" she asked. "I am not a witch," I said immediately. She looked at me for a long time. Then she held my hand. "You are hungry," she said. Nobody had spoken to me like that in months. I broke down. I cried like the 8-year-old child I was. She let me stay. When the village found out, they were angry. "You will destroy you too," they warned Mama Ifunaya. Mama stood firm. "Bring proof," she said. They had none, only fear, only ignorance. But fear is louder than truth. 2 months passed. For the first time, I was sleeping without being beaten. Then, one night, smoke woke me up. Fire was everywhere. The hut was burning. People were outside, watching. Nobody was helping. Mama pushed me toward the door. "Run, Nkem, I will come." She did not come. The roof fell. Her screams stopped, and the crowd stepped back like they were satisfied. After that fire, nobody wanted me. Anywhere she stays, death follows. I slept inside an incompleted building near the market. When it rained, I stood all night because the floor was flooded. Sometimes older boys tried to touch me. I fought, I beat, I scratched. I was 9. I started begging. Some people threw coins, some threw stones. One woman poured dirty water on me. "Go and die somewhere else." I started wishing she was right. The truth came out because of alcohol. One evening, Uncle Tade got drunk and started shouting in public. "You think I don't know?" he yelled at Auntie Bisi. "Know what?" she cried. "That your sister died because you refused to spend money." The market went silent. "She needed hospital," he continued. "You said herbs are cheaper." Auntie fell to the ground crying. "And the fire?" someone asked. He laughed. "That stubborn widow refused to give me money she owed me. I just wanted to scare her." Just to scare her. A whole life gone because of pride, because of greed, because they needed someone weak to blame. Me. The village was shocked. But shock is not the same as regret. Nobody came to say sorry. Nobody hugged me. Nobody said we were wrong. Instead, they avoided me because my presence reminded them of what they did. A school teacher, Mr. Okoro, found me one evening. "You should not be here," he said softly. "Where should I be?" I asked. He had no answer for a moment. Then he said, "Somewhere safe." He arranged for me to stay in a small support home in the nearby town. For the first time, I slept on a mattress. But even there, I woke up screaming sometimes. I still feel the hot water on my feet. I still hear them shouting, "Confess." I still see Mama Ifunaya inside that fire. I am older now, but some nights I sit alone and ask myself, if my mother had money, if the clinic was closer, if the village chose sense instead of fear, would my life be different? They called me a curse, but the real curse was poverty. The real curse was ignorance. The real curse was a village that found it easier to torture a child than to admit they were wrong. My name is Nkem. I was not born evil. I was just born poor. And in Umudara, that was enough.